Right, today we are going to focus on the menstruation cycle, and as I said, the menstruation cycle, it is controlled by two hormones. Name the hormones which controls the menstruation cycle. On the other level, we only need to know is estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone are the two hormones which controls the menstruation cycle. And when we look at the menstruation cycle, we need to understand it is a cycle. So the menstruation cycle runs from day 1 to day 28. How long? Sometimes they'll ask in examination, how long is the menstruation cycle? The menstruation cycle, it runs for 28 days from day 1 to day 28. Now, from day 1 to day 28, there are a lot of activities which happens in the female's body. We can say there are a lot of activities which happens in the female's body, and we always summarize them in 4 important components. The first activity will be menstruation, the loss of blood through the vagina. The next activity will be the building up of the uterus lining. That will be the second activity. The third activity will be ovulation, which takes place on day 14 of each menstruation cycle. On every menstruation cycle, ovulation takes place only on day 14. And the last activity which takes place in the female body during the menstruation cycle will be the breaking up of the uterus lining, which causes menstruation pain. And those menstruation, after breaking up of the uterus lining, the next step will be menstruation, will be the loss of blood. Now, when we look at it like that, for example, if we are asked which process will take place on the menstruation cycle on day 14, it will be menstruation. Which process are we expecting to take place from day 0 to day 6 of the menstruation cycle? That will be menstruation. There's a difference between menstruation cycle and menstruation. Menstruation is a loss of blood through the vagina, and we are saying the menstruation is controlled by two hormones. Now, when we look at these hormones, the level of estrogen, it increases immediately after menstruation, immediately after day 6, for specific reasons which we are going to look at as we go on. Now, the level of progesterone also, if you look at the lines very well, it increases immediately after ovulation. Immediately after day 14, progesterone level goes up and estrogen level starts to drop down. Now, describe the effects of estrogen on the menstruation cycle. What is the effect of estrogen on the menstruation cycle? 1. Estrogen prepares the uterus for labor. It prepares the uterus for labor. That is the first effect. The second effect of estrogen on the menstruation cycle, it causes the lining of the vagina to become thicker. It thickens the lining of the vagina. What is the effect of progesterone on the menstruation cycle? It prevents menstruation from taking place when the person is pregnant. It prevents menstruation taking place when the person is pregnant. That is why a pregnant woman does not menstruate when she is pregnant. It prevents any further ovulation during pregnancy. It prevents further ovulation during pregnancy. It prevents egg cells developing in the ovary. It prevents another egg cell from developing in the ovary. Thank you.